Thomas Lubanga was jailed for 14 years at the International Criminal Court in 2012, convicted of abducting children and forcing them to join his militia. With a 14-year jail sentence came a ruling that Lubanga was personally liable for compensating his victims. It's taken 5 years to put some sort of value on the trauma and suffering, along with the loss of childhoods and education. The judges identified 425 child victims, all under 15 years old. But the presiding judge said there were hundreds, possibly thousands of additional victims. Many of the girls were forced repeatedly to have sex with their captors and faced stigmatization and rejection when they finally returned home. But Lubanga says he has no money at all, so how will his victims get compensation?
We're looking at huge numbers, so money will always be a shortfall. What will be important is what kind of support, what kind of reparations are we giving with these collective reparations? That will be the main issue to look at, and it needs to be contextually adapted. It needs to be based on what these children and their communities, some of them who are adults now, what they need now.
This is the type of collective compensation planned. Here, a rehabilitation centre for former child soldiers. The Independent Trust Fund for Victims, which will administer ICC reparations, wants to go much further than this project. It has a 3-year plan that would include schooling for all ages, along with medical and psychological treatment. It's meant to be funded by $1.25 million set aside in the Lubanga case. But it's likely the ICC will be looking to its member states for much of the funding, and Lubanga may appeal against the compensation award. His lawyer says his client is becoming a scapegoat for all child soldiers. Andrew Simmons, Al Jazeera.